Hello there, everybody! It is me, No Name 117 Spore, back with Waves 2, where we find out what happens when you're only allowed one Gallagher gun on each ship. We have just kicked the US's teeth in by brazenly sailing a battlecruiser force up the Chesapeake Bay to attempt to sink and successfully sink retreating American carriers and a battlecruiser in the last episode. If you have not seen it, I really hope you gotta go back. You gotta go watch that episode. Holy crap. I am like, it's about 20-30 minutes later in my time. Well, when I'm recording this video, it's about 20-30 minutes after I ended the previous recording. I'm still shaking. I am still shaking at how intense that was. And they almost got my carriers too. They sent their battle cruisers after mine and engaged them. But my carriers escorting battle cruisers and battleships managed to force them back. So that was good. No opposing ships are inside of each other, and scenario length is reached. The scenario is over. oh, we didn't get that second CVL. I thought we had. It was crippled, but we didn't get it. But oh man, that is a lot of damage. I'm just gonna alt print screen that and post it somewhere on Discord. I'm not sure where. Do I post that in the do I post that in battle results in the normal Rule the Waves Discord? I don't know. I might. Because it doesn't look that impressive until you realize what the fuck I was doing. Oh well, yeah, I'll post it there. Holy God, how many planes did they have total? 1,003. Total losses 409. So we lost about, oh, we had 176 losses. Oh God. So we wound up losing about, what is that? Oh, it's about a fifth. We lost about a fifth of our force. They lost 2/5. Or yeah, we lost about a fifth of our aircraft. They lost 2/5 of the total amount of aircraft they brought out. If we're looking at this, so we lost 65 fighters, 48 torpedo bombers, 44 dive bombers, 6 medium bombers, 7 floatplane scouts, and 6 patrol bombers. What were they? What happened? 30 fighters were air-to-air losses. 19 torpedo bombers were air-to-air losses. 14 dive bombers were air-to-air losses. 6 floatplane scouts were air-to-air losses. All the patrol bombers and medium bombers were ops losses. 1 floatplane scout was an op loss. 11 of both torpedo bombers and dive bombers were ops losses, and then 35 ops losses for fighters. We also did successfully destroy the bombardment target. So, we lost 169 fighters, 23 air-to-air. So, we got the worst bit in terms of air-to-air. 26 ops, so we got the worst bit, and 120 on their ships. Torpedo bombers, 84, 2 to AA fire, 52 to air losses, 4 to ops losses, and then 26 on ground to ship. Dive bombers, total losses, 86, 12 to AA fire, 37 air-to-air, so that's the cap working, 5 ops, and then 32 on one of their ships. Medium bombers, 45 were lost, 2 to AA fire, 20 to air-to-air, and then 23 to ops. Patrol bombers, they lost 25, 4 to anti-aircraft fire, 18 air-to-air, and then 3 to ops losses. Ship details. Look at this list. Holy crap. I'll quickly scroll through just to kind of show everything that was in this battle. You can see the survivors rescued, I assume mostly by US ships, but a couple by us probably. I'm still annoyed that this thing... 204! The 13588. We got so close to sinking Bogue. Okay, actually, I want to take a look what happens. So she gets a torpedo hit to the engine room, so that slows her down. She takes a 1,400-pound bomb hit. Oh my god, she gets the fires under, or the flooding and fires under control, has an avgas explosion, continues to get them under control, gets an 1,000-pound dud bomb hit, and then gets that additional fire out. Lucky ass boat. Okay, let's start from the top. Kearsarge, U.S. battlecruiser. First hit she takes is at 1321 on the 27th. A 17-inch hit, superstructure hit, splinters perforate uptakes from Incomparable. Takes a belt penetration from Inflexible, a superstructure hit from Inflexible. Does score a hit on New Zealand. Yeah, it looks like we're Incomparable and Australia are starting to score 17-inch hits. Engine hit belt penetrations. That's gonna slow her down. Couple near misses there, not great, but some turrets disabled. Turret destroyed. 4F tall hit. Hull hit belt extended. Why am I doing that? 4F tall hit. Penetration. Okay. 14-inch engine room hit belt non-pen from about 13,000 yards, and then we get one from 14,000 yards, which is an engine room hit pen. Attached to heavy damage, has flooding issues, has her radar destroyed, has her bridge destroyed. Radar is reliable search. Fire control director 2 of 2. They have regular directors? Did they not refit better directors on this ship? No wonder they weren't hitting us. Yeah, bridge destroyed, secbat hit, fire started. Yeah, we're getting more 17-inch pens. All hit belt penetration, engine room hit non-pen, limits flooding. Takes a few more hits, so she's just getting hit in rapid succession now. Engine room hit, belt penetration, illustrious AP, and then, we kind of just start shooting her a bunch. See the torpedoes here? So the first one from illustrious. So this was the first Independence class we sank. Kearsarge was the first one. Takes a torpedo from then takes 2 torpedoes from Matchless and then 1 from Marne. And then, yeah, 2,000-pound bomb from plane from Indefatigable. Which locked on her. Intrepid! So Intrepid was in fact not damaged when we caught up to her. We start shooting at her quickly. She takes she does have a fire started with a 17-inch hit. We get a couple more 17-inch hits, disable her machinery, but she immediately repairs it and then extinguishes the fire not long after. We get a couple more hits, including a belt penetration, but it doesn't look like we do much. Splinters damage machinery, air attack. Taking superstructure hit, splinters damage machinery, conflagration starts. So that's when she's on fire. 16-inch, another one, conflagration starts. Fire spreads 8th. Okay, so this is kind of when she comes back down at us. She just took a couple of hits and was instantly on like heavy fire. So she gets some more 14-inch shells, some 16-inch shells, destroying turrets, splinters perforate uptakes, 16-inch, another 14-inch machinery. Conflagration starts among fueled aircraft. I don't even know what her fire rate is at this, or her fire rating is at this point. If it's like 8 here, it might be 12, like 11 or 12. Maybe even like, I don't know. If it's 8 there, it would probably, yeah, it's probably like 10 or 11. So more hits. Torpedo hit from Marshall. 14-inch superstructure hit, 16-inch torpedo destroyed, 16-inch conflagration starts among fueled aircraft. Torpedo critical hit, transverse bulkhead ruptured. Send 1! She got friendly fired! Oh, Intrepid got friendly fired by a torpedo hit! And then 2 of my ships just ensured more torpedoes were into her. Oh, God! Bunker Hill. So what happens here? So 1,400-pound bomb, near miss, and a torpedo. Oh, God, near miss. I don't like when the mirror says hull plating ruptured by bomb blast, torpedo turret destroyed. She does have significant flooding from that. There we go, 16-inch. So this is when we start shooting at her. Fire started. Fire spreads, electric power disabled, superstructure pass-through, engine room hit, belt penetration, hull hit belt, superstructure hit, splinters damage, hull, aircraft destroyed. And then another engine room hit, belt penetration, and that just causes her to go down, and she takes a couple of dud bomb hits. So this was the slow moving. Yeah, this was the slow moving carrier that was running away from us, which we ran down and we're starting to put hits into because she's the one who took a couple of extra bomb hits. CV Boxer. So Boxer we trapped. She only had 46 aircraft. Good to know. Torpedo from Indefatigable. Torpedo from Matchless. So yeah, immediate hits on her are torpedo hits. She does get them under control. 14-inch turret disabled. 14-inch engine room hit, belt penetration, turret destroyed, 17-inch hull pass-through hit, fire started. She does have flooding at this point, probably from some of the other hits, maybe this one. Machinery repaired. So yeah, okay, there we go, the engine's disabled. Fire spreads, 600-pound hit, turret destroyed. And there we go, we get 16, 17, 16, fire spread, 17, 17, 17, and she's just sinking. And then we get a few more hits there. So, yeah, everything was shooting at her. Battlecruiser Oriskany. Engine room hit, belt penetration. Okay, so her engine room was, yeah, her engine room took hit, superstructure hit, deck extended, hull hit deck, hull pass through. More superstructure hits from Inflexible. We get some more 17-inch hits here, including a couple of belt penetrations, even one from Inflexible. Hit, belt penetration. Secbat hit, fire started. More Secbat hits. So this would be the second one we're shooting at. 4F tall hit. Limits flooding. Fire spreads. Limits flooding. Yeah, so we're still shooting her with AP. Good to know. Fire spreads. High speed increases flooding. Her fire is spreading. Get an engine room hit from Inflexible, which slows her down. Submerged torp flat hit. Supercharged hit. Fire spreads. Turret destroyed. Supercharged hit. Fire spreads. All pass through. Hull hit belt penetration. Fire's raging out of control. Ship abandoned. And then we get 3 bomb hits in her because I was like, oh, let's hit her with bombs, and didn't realize that she would be sunk by the time this got there, and I should have targeted a carrier. Should have targeted Boxer. Croatan, so couple 17-inch hits. Yeah, so we're starting with the 17-inch hits there. So she does briefly get on fire. Yeah, aircraft destroyed, fire extinguished. Is the fire? Oh, there we go. This one's the fire. So then she extinguishes the fire. We get a couple more hits. 4F tall, turret destroyed, superstructure hit, fire spreads, main gun crews cut down by splinters. Awesome. And then a bridge destroyed. She falls out of line. So she almost gets the fire under control, and then it just keeps spreading. She's starting to reduce it. Philomel starts catching up, shooting at her more. Philomel. Okay, so this is when she's running away from us. The 1,000-pound bomb hits from Gibraltar Striker, spread the fire, destroy a turret, gets another 1,000-pound bomb hit from Malta, fire reduced by damage control. Wow, it's at 6. High speed increases flooding. A 1,000-pound dud bomb hit, fire spreads from Ark Royal, another 1,000-pound bomb hit. Flinders damage hull from Ark Royal. Fire spreads to level 9. They get reduced that same turn. Then they go back to level 9, raging out of control, ship abandoned, is sinking, and has been detached. And then she is used for target practice, as I'm hoping that my ships would shoot at something else, but they don't. Or Croatan does take a torpedo from Millbrook. Wow, Croatan's giving more damage points than Ranger is, despite Ranger being like a proper aircraft carrier. Alright, so Ranger takes a torpedo from Indefatigable in the earlier airstrikes. We get a 2,000-pound bomb superstructure hit. Fire started. Main gun crews cut down by splinters from Furious. 17-inch superstructure hit. Fire started. Superstructure hit. Splinters perforate uptakes. 14-inch hit. Fire spreads. So yeah, our battle cruisers are starting to shoot her. Fire spreads 3. Torpedo critical hit. Engine room flooded. DD Prince. So yeah, she's slowed at this point. This is when she's trying to escape from R4. 17-inch turret disabled, turret destroyed. Fire spreads 3, 17-inch hit, superstructure hit. Fire reduced by damage control 3, 2, 1. Extinguished. Wow. Lucky bastard. Good job, U.S. damage control. 14-inch superstructure splinters damage hull. Conflagration starts. Fire reduced by damage control. Fire spreads. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goodbye. So Ranger's down. Illustrious is the next most damaged ship. So what winds up happening to Illustrious? Engine problems are the first thing that slows her down. That was very unfortunate. 12-inch engine room hit from battery did not, or 12 from the battery didn't do enough. Two more 12-inch hits, turret disabled near miss. 16-inch turret destroyed. So Oriskany scores a 16-inch hit on her. Looks like some 5-inch shell from Reno hits her. 6-inch shell from Coastal Battery hits her. 8-inch shell from Battery 17 hits her. 12-inch superstructure hit splinters damage hull. Fire extinguish. Attaches to move independently against a close enemy. Torpedo engine room hit. DD Allen. Detaches because of heavy flooding. Okay, so yeah, Allen gets a torpedo hit into her. And then... Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so the U.S. destroyer Allen torpedoes Illustrious. And she gets the flooding under control, gets the machinery repaired, cannot keep up and has been detached, but I was gonna reattach her again after she got the flooding under control. So she wasn't in massive danger of sinking, but like she was damaged. CO Columbia, torpedo turret damaged from Indefatigable. She must have just not had torpedo defense because she just immediately went down. One torpedo just annihilated this ship's entire, like, 8,660 points of flotation from a carrier. Seaville Bogue, we did see that she barely gets out, takes torpedo from Audacious, 1400 bomb hit, which starts a fire, gets the fire under control, gets the flooding, or, is working on the fire, working on the flooding, gets the flooding under control, the fire spreads a bit, reduced by damage control, has an avgas explosion, fire spreads again, gets it under control, takes a 1,000-pound dud bomb hit, and extinguishes the fire. And barely survives. We should have had that one. We really should have had that one. San Juan, another ship sunk of the San Juan class. So she takes a torpedo from Millbrook, detaches because of heavy flooding, gets it under control. Just torpedo at Morris class and New Zealand, 14 or 17-inch near miss. There we go. So now she gets targeted later on. Engine room hit, engines disabled, splinters perforate uptakes, gets the machinery repaired, has the turrets get destroyed. 17-inch, 4 aft, near miss, engine room hit, penetrations, and she's just sinking. And then she takes 3 torpedoes from Pandora. So that was probably not the second one. Chicago might have been the second San Juan. So gets hit on Australia, launches torpedoes at our ships, take a superstructure hit, another superstructure hit, splinters perforate uptakes, torpedo from Millbrook. Gets the flooding under control. 14-inch near miss, 14-inch turret destroyed, launches more torpedoes at us. Oh no. 17-inch turret hit near miss. Main battery scores hit incomparable. Incomparable scores an engine room hit on her. It's near miss. Torpedo tubes damaged by splinters. An inch near miss. She actually scores a bunch of hits on Pandora. So this is when Pandora's kind of going in to try to fight her. She apparently outfought Pandora. 14-inch near miss. 4-inch superstructure hit. Engine room hit. Belt penetration. 16-inch turret destroyed. Limits flooding. Takes an extra 14-inch hit from Inflexible. Basically, as we're leaving. One last 14-inch hit. Belt penetration. She limits the flooding immediately, but it's not enough. She's going down. That hit did too much. Crew abandoned ship. New Zealand takes a torpedo from the destroyer Cushing, 2 hits from Kearsarge early on, a 12-inch from the coastal battery. Incomparable takes a torpedo from Cushing and a 5-inch hit from Chicago or USS Chicago. Australia, so 16-inch critical hit rudder destroyed, 5-inch splinters perforate uptake, so that's what slowed her down. 16-inch engine room hit, 5-inch. Yeah, these weren't going through other than that 16-inch hit through the belt extended. 12-inch lower belt edge hit, so that caused a little bit of flooding, which was immediately put out. 11-inch hits from the other battery, superstructure hit belt extended, hull hit deck extended, 16-inch engine room hit. 7-inch hull hit belt, extended belt. So these weren't penetrating. 16-inch hit, critical hit, saltwater inner feed tanks, machinery disabled from a Oriskany. So this is, yeah, this is when we were shooting at all the ships there. She does get the machinery repaired. And, yeah, leaves and then shoots the coastal battery at the end. BB Renown took 3,000-pound bomb hits. These were from CVL Bogue. The one which survived. Rhode Island. Okay, this is an American battleship. So this one was what engaged Princess Royal, Ariadne, and Europa. So if we're looking at her, 17-inch hit from Princess Royal, 10-inch hits from Europa, 17-inch foreaft from Princess Royal, 17-inch foreaft from Princess Royal. Princess Royal wasn't really going through as greatly as thought. Osiris. Poor Osiris. So Osiris kind of gets wrecked by these ships. Launches a torpedo. Gets some more 4-inch hits. So she's now kind of leaving, and then she just runs straight into the 8-inch battery. And the 6-inch battery. So it's the 8-inch battery that blows her up with a high explosive shell. But, like, Osiris was dead. Tacoma takes a torpedo. Magazine hit, ship blows up from CV Malta. That is on the 27th. Actually, I want to see with Columbia. That would also be on the 27th. Okay, that was the one we got at night on the 27th. So yeah. PR Merchant 7, we ran by this one, shelled her with 17-inch shells. Merchant 6, one of our strikes got distracted on this merchant, and she took all the damage, which was lame, including torpedo hits, which was not good. This merchant took a couple 1,000-pound bomb hits, so some of our strikes got distracted onto her. Obedient took a torpedo hit from Destroyer Cushing. Holy fuck, Cushing, what the hell? Royal Sovereign, light damage. 8-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch. Get some 6-inch. So this is really a lot of medium hits from the cruisers and coastal batteries. Battery 21, heavy damage. So this is the 12-inch coastal battery. We did not destroy it, but we were shelling it to basically do damage and let our ships pass through. So you can see the 14-inch and 17-inch hits on it. And this is probably why our ships, even when low on ammo, were still firing AP, because they used a lot of the HE on this coastal battery, where it was a little bit more effective. And you can see all, like, 42 heavy hits, but the coastal battery survived. US Light Cruiser Tucson? Oh god, I never remember how to say that. I feel like I remember Tucson, but it's like Tucson. For whatever reason. 1,000-pound bomb near miss, hull plating, ruptured by bomb blast. That's the only hit on her. She does launch torpedoes at one of our destroyers. So she does take a bomb hit there. I think she might have been one of the light cruisers escorting, which ship was that? Intrepid. Might have been one of the light cruisers escorting Intrepid, which kind of came back down. Princess Royal, so those are 5-inch hits from Rhode Island, 16-inch hits from Rhode Island, one which damages the rudder, and then she takes a catapult hit from Rhode Island, but is otherwise okay. Installation 10, this is the bombardment target, which we were tasked to destroy, which is basically just a bunch of 17-inch hits. Destroyer Matchless, unfortunately, sank. She gets a few 4-inch hits from, like, Ranger and Terry, and, coastal battery, and then a torpedo hit from Terry and sinks. DD Michael. So Michael takes a large number of 6-inch hits from the coastal battery when she kind of rushed towards the enemy battleship, and then and then eventually her flooding's just enough that she does wind up going down. Ariadne takes a couple 16-inch hits. Bridge damaged, turret destroyed. So Chattanooga and Franklin. So I was initially seeing these ones from Chattanooga hitting her, and then these two 16-inch hits, and I was like, oh, Ariadne's part of the main force, and it didn't click with me that my carriers were under attack. Reno, so 16-inch engine room hit belt penetration. So Reno did get shot a bit by our battleship. She launched torpedoes at us. I think we evaded them. She's not the one we trapped. K.E. Lansford, so oh, this was the Corvette which was running away from us at night. So that was a Corvette, not a destroyer. I didn't have torpedoes to fear from it. Hull damage by splinters, hull damage by splinters, 17-inch near miss, 17-inch hull hit, 16-inch superstructure hits, ship sinking. Destroyer raid of the Smith class. So 6-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch. Okay. 6-inch near miss, I should say. So a couple hits here. 2,000-pound bomb hits, one which damaged the machinery. Good 2,000-pound bomb near miss, detaches because of heading filling. Another near miss, so her hull plating's ruptured, and then she just sinks through progressive flooding. Actually, what is she being shot at by this time? 4-inch from DD Octavia. DD Row, so there's a 1,000-pound bomb hit and a near miss, leaks an aging structure, increased flooding, leaks an aging structure, increased flooding, and she just goes down on flooding level 9. I think that's the last ship sunk, CL Pandora. So initially she takes a 5-inch hit from Oriskany, and then we get to this point. So 5-inch hit from Chicago. She charges in at Chicago to try to get an easy victory, but Chicago just kind of blasts her apart. I'm assuming that she's really low on ammunition at this point. Yeah, that's probably why. Belt penetration, and yeah, she runs away. Battery 14, another coastal battery, which is heavily damaged. 16-inch facility hit, 14-inch fore-aft hull hits. More fore-aft hull hits. Disabled. Facility hit. Hull damaged by splinters. Secondary guns knocked out by splinters. Facility hit. Bridge damaged. Yeah, there we go. We're getting 17-inch hits. So this is a little earlier on in the day. Our extinguished turret back in action, and this is where she shoots at Destroyer Osiris. Battery 17, the other coastal battery guarding the way. Oh my god, this was a battle. 16-inch facility hit. Fire started. More 4-inch hits. Fire extinguished. So she's mostly getting targeted by secondary battery guns, although there's a near miss from Australia. There's the main fire. 17-inch, 14-inch, 17-inch. So we're knocking out a bunch of her guns, and then, yeah, there's her hits on Osiris at the end. Alright, Pasley. A few 5-inch hits. Looks like bulk. Yeah, let's just kind of go through these remaining ships. There's one more sunk. I'll take a look at that sunk. So Opal, another one of our destroyers. A lot of 5-inch hits from Chicago and Ranger, it looks like. Rowan, more 4 and 6-inch hits. Smith, 4-inch hits. Friends, 6 and 5-inch hits. So Porter, we 6-inch near miss, 1,000-pound bomb near miss, hull plating ruptured, 4-inch torpedo tubes, 2,000-pound bomb near miss, hull plating ruptured, and then a 1,000-pound bomb near miss, but she got the flooding under control. Good job, American Destroyer. Menace. So we get some 6-inch hits on her. She gets it under control. CL Latona. 4-inch waterline hit from battery, and then a 5-inch fore-aft hull hit. There we go. Destroyer Cushing. She had 8 torpedoes. How many of those hit? I think she scored 4 hits. Yeah, there's the 4-inch shells from Matchless, Marne, and Millbrook. Is there another destroyer in there? Yeah, Michael. Matchless, Michael, Marne, and Millbrook. All got hits on her. US Destroyer Allen, so some light fire coming in and a 2,000-pound bomb hit, which only destroyed a turret. McDougall, just some 4-inch shell hits, it looks like. Our Destroyer Marshall, so some 5-inch hits from CL and some of their destroyers. Marne, couple 5-inch hits. Octavia, 5-inch turret disabled, 5-inch superstructure hit, splinters, damaged machinery. Erickson, so 4-inch light hit. Parker, 4-inch hits on her. Bulk, yeah, some 4-inch hits. So this patrol boat got Sunk by a couple foreign shells from Obedient. This patrol boat, or this corvette, took some 4-inch damage. BD Terry took a 4-inch hit and a 6-inch hit. Splinters perforate uptakes from Philomel. And Destroyer Lamson does a pen bomb near miss. Super Splinters damage machinery. Oh boy. Inflexible also took 7 medium hits and was really she the only one to really escape relatively unscathed. So yeah, Coastal Battery 5-inch from San Juan. Yeah, critical hit rudder damaged. So her rudder was damaged at one point, but like other than that, she held up really well against that fire. Did anything else get shot? I don't think so. Nothing else got shot. I do want to kind of just check. Because I know some of our Malta had an issue at one point in time. Just kind of wanted to just go through, see if anything happened. So, yeah, Randolph and Franklin didn't get hit. These two engaged our battlecruiser force. I might have been able to take them, I don't know, but that rudder hit to Princess Royal kind of had her sailing away. Well. Oh, Michael rescued survivors and then got sunk anyways. And some of their other ones did rescue survivors and didn't get sunk. Alright, air details. So airbase, yeah, our air bases weren't getting many hits. Naval Air Station Philadelphia got a kill. Air Station Norfolk shot down some plane. Squadrons from Ark Royal, holy crap, squadrons from Ark Royal shot down a lot of planes. 808, 808 squadron did well. 1703 as well. That one got 10 torpedo hits, 822. Do the bomb hits here from the other ones, so the 825s, that's another torpedo bomber squadron. We get the dive bombers here. Some of these are from Malta though, so that's a dive bomber. Ark Royal's dive bombers did well, 1802. 1803 and 1804 did similar. Torpedo hit, bomb hit. We get some kills from the fighters from Malta. Bomb hit, or bomb hits from fighters from, or not fighters, bombers, or torpedo bombers from Furious and dive bombers from Furious, so they were getting some bomb hits. Some kills from fighters from Furious. There's Audacious. Audacious's aircraft didn't do quite as well. Gibraltar's aircraft, not really that great. This one did okay. This dive bomber squadron did okay. The rest really didn't. Indefectables, some kills, not many hits. Some torpedo hits. That torpedo bomber squadron, I would say, pulled their weight somewhat. Those are scouts, enemy planes. So yeah, their aircraft were getting some kills. So there's the Bogue squadron, which managed 3 hits on my battleship, annoyingly. We're getting some kills, and that's all they managed. Bonus for 1 surviving merchant, 600. Points for survivors picked up 590. Aircraft losses, negative 3890. They did 81,427 points of damage. We did 623,936 points of damage. Okay, so close that. So we're sailing out here. Their destroyers are caught here. We can see, some of the sunk ships. So their battlecruisers were running down this way. Our carriers were running up north. I didn't even realize that that happened. So, Force Flagship. So, you can see our battlecruisers. So we initially kind of go by the carriers for the initial airstrikes. They're over here. We run the battlecruisers in over the course of the night. Go after a little ship here thinking that it might be something worthwhile. It was only a merchant. Sail them up north upon contact reports up here. You can see us go to where the carriers are. They kind of start going down this way. Get caught a little bit. We fight around here. I have to maneuver a lot to avoid torpedoes. And this might be where a corvette is, which gets sunk. We go up here, so we chase them, sink a CVL here, sink a CV here. Oh, there's their remaining stuff. They get trapped. We start fighting them here. One CV tries to run out over here, gets sunk. More ships get sunk over here. One CV kind of goes up here, then decides to reattach, run down, get sunk up here. So like they lose two CVs in here, one down here, one over here, and then the CVL over here. And we retreat out, get torpedoed around here. Kind of do this maneuver to get everyone regrouped. Then I bring the ships around this way, bombard the target, and separate out. The carrier force instead goes this way over the night. So their battlecruisers are just going this way, probably by chance. Actually, no, they're not quite doing that yet. They start over here. Their battlecruisers start over here. No wonder they weren't in our search arcs. No wonder we didn't spot them. So 6, we're over here. 7, 8. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But I think we miss them. They sail this way probably later on. Wind up over here, and then basically wind up going this way, I think just as we're charging in. So we don't see them. Oh no, they're over here when we charge in. So they do this, we charge in over here, we go this way. I think I do see some ships kind of coming this way at one point, but, miss them. And then they just kind of run this way. And that just happens to be, given our carriers are wiggling, or given how our carriers are wiggling, this just happens to be where the carriers are at. And then they're doing this kind of search pattern here, it looks like, by the carriers. Whereas, as soon as I could run the carriers away, I do. So we do get this kind of engagement here, and I'm like, no, run the hell away. But yeah, you can kind of see, like, carrier orders are to turn in one direction, and then they just kind of stay in the wind, but, the wind's going this way, they're veering off this way. So they want to turn this way, but they're going into the wind, so they kind of keep moving back this way. It would have been better for them to move this way, I'll be honest. So I think I wanted to bring them in closer again, because these airstrikes were very good. But, as they get further away to here, they weren't that good. Carriers run away. If we do big ships, kind of see a little bit more of what is happening here. I'm curious where did that carrier go in the end? Oh, there's Bogue. All ships. We can't even really see Bogue's direction. Yeah, this should give us an idea of what battle took place around here. If anyone wants to try and decipher this. But it was only a brief firefight. Nothing too much. Few hits scored. Nothing too major. In this battle, thank goodness. Because if that got bad, that would have cost me all the advantage I gained here. Although I can probably afford losses more than the US can. Admittedly. Anyway, yeah. Excellent battle. That is gonna be crippling to them. Leave scenario. British major victory, gain 2 prestige. Yes. You know what? I'm not gonna post this image here. You can crop it from the video if you want. I'll move the mouse cursor off. So it's normally called the Battle of Cape Henry. Let me look up Cape Henry. I don't want Cape Henry is a coast off of there. I think this gets called the Battle of Chesapeake Bay. as Chesapeake Bay is where this battle took place, or where the majority of this battle took place. Okay. Yarnfeld is commissioned into the Navy, but no Sovereign's Fist, but no less than 10 torpedoes into enemy ships. The 822. Giving us performance data, it has a medium bomb load of 2 times 150, combat radius 741, top speed of 296. Damage a USCL. A large liner is sunk with heavy loss of life. Neutral nations are upset. Our flying boats have sunk an enemy sub. Sink 3 more enemy subs. We are losing our own subs. Okay. USA has increased the naval budget. Russia's commissioned a new CV. Russia has commissioned a new battle cruiser already. So some squadrons are re-equipping. They've laid down a new CV and a new AMC. Well then, that was excellent. Holy crap, the amount of American ships we have sunk. Yeah, um, in terms of ships under construction, we're almost getting the rest of these Mons class destroyers done, and then Constance and Canada are close. I might need an emergency destroyer program too. I don't know. Um, but yeah, holy fuck, they have. Yeah, because they got a new BC in service. Yeah, because they're commissioning new BCs, they're just able to replace their losses, so that's very annoying. So 7 and 6 is like roughly what it was, but you know, only they're down to 4 CVs now, and they lost their most important ones. We only sank 1 CVL though, but you know, that was excellent. That was exactly the sort of battle I wanted to see. If I take a look at ships in service, how many are damaged? Ooh, we can send Queen Mary over to the North American East Coast. Hello. Renowned Royal Sovereign are damaged. Incomparables damaged. Ariadne's damaged. Venus is damaged for 2 turns. Pandora is damaged for 3 turns. The Phoebes are still sitting there mothballed as like backups if I need just a little bit more scouting. Carriers are undamaged. We have some damaged destroyers it looks like, but other than that we're pretty okay. And some new Mons class working up, which I would love to put on the North American East Coast. But anyway, yeah, I believe that is this episode of just assessing the data for the previous battle. It took 42 minutes. So with that, thank you everyone for watching. I don't even know how many days it is until Rule of the Waves 3 release, but it's close, so get it when it goes live. I will link I was going to the end. Links to my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord are down below, as well as a Rule of the Waves Discord server if you want to join that. It's the closest thing to an official Rule of the Waves Discord server that exists at the time of recording. I will say that, but it's not official. It's not official. I'm not gonna use that word official. It's not. But the developer does post stuff there. So yeah. With that, I will see you guys later. That was an excellent battle. Bye.